So next we will see the problem number 3. I will read the question. Please follow. A pre-tension beam 250 mm and 300 mm deep in pre-stressed by 12 wires of each 7 mm diameter, initially stressed to 1200 Newton per mm square. Okay. So the size of the beam 250 mm, depth 300 mm. It is stressed by 12 wires, 12 numbers of wires, each wire having 7 mm diameter. And the initial stress is 1200 Newton per mm square in the wires, with their centroids located at 100 mm from the soffit. What is meant by soffit? Soffit is the bottom, from the bottom of the beam. Soffit means bottom. Okay. So the centroid location is 100 mm from the soffit. Okay. Estimate the final percentage of losses of stress due to elastic deformation, creep, shrinkage, and relaxation using IS 1343 code. So this is the question. So the relaxation of steel stress given by 90 Newton per mm square, creep coefficient 1.6, residual shrinkage strain 3 into 10 power minus 4, modulus of velocity of steel 210 kilonewton per mm square, modulus of velocity of concrete 35 kilonewton per mm square. So these are all the given data. So first draw the diagram. You can see the diagram. So this is the pre-stressing cable, and this arrow indicates the pre-stressing force applying. So it is located, the pre-stressing tendons is located 100 mm from the bottom of the beam. Okay. So what is the eccentricity? Eccentricity is nothing but from the centroid, what is the distance of the cable from the centroid, not at the bottom or not at the top. You can see here depth of the beam is 300 mm. So the center of the beam is 150 mm. So from bottom to top it is 150 mm. Okay. So now remaining the centroid distance of the cable from the center of the beam is 150 minus this 100. 150 minus this 100. Okay. So finally we got eccentricity is 50 mm. Okay. These are the details of the beam. So now solution, what they are asking, there are 4 type of losses we have to found. So for that we need the initial parameters of the beam, that is area 250 into 300, moment of inertia I is equal to BD cube by 12, 250 into 300 cube by 12. So this is area, this is moment of inertia, and pre-stressing force. So 12 numbers of 7 mm diameter wires. So 12 into pi by 4 into 7 square into 1200. 1200 is the initial pre-stressing force. Okay, divided by 1000. 1000 is the conversion of Newton to kilonewton. We dividing by 1000. So finally we got the pre-stressing force for 554.2 kilonewton. Okay. So next, stress in the concrete at the level of steel. That means Fc is equal to, we know the formula, P by A plus PE square divided by I. So P just now we found 554.2 kilonewton. If you convert it into Newton means into 10 power 3 divided by area 75 into 10 power 3 plus P 554.2 into 10 power 3 and eccentricity 50 mm. So 50 square and I is equal to 562.5 into 10 power 6. So this is your Fc value 9.85 Newton per mm square. Okay. Next, modular ratio alpha is equal to Young's modulus of steel to concrete. That means 210 divided by 35. It is 6. Okay. Suppose in the question, if they given Newton per mm square means 2.1 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. In case of concrete means 3.5 Newton per 3.5 into 10 power 6 Newton per mm square. Okay. So they directly given both the value in kilonewton per mm square. So you can divide both. 210 divided by 35. The final answer is model ratio is 6. Now let us start the problem. Loss due to elastic deformation. So what is the formula? Loss due to elastic deformation. So alpha into FC. This is the formula. We already know the formula. This one. So what is alpha? Alpha is 6, and FC, stress in concrete at level of steel, is 9.85. So we got the answer 59.1 Newton per mm square. Okay. Next, loss due to creep. Now for loss due to creep, we have to put one more term extra, that is pi. Okay, same formula, we have to introduce one more term, that is pi. Okay, so therefore pi into alpha into FC. So pi they given in the question, you can see here, creep coefficient, it is 1.6. So 1.6 into 6 into 9.85. So for 94.5 Newton per mm square. Next, loss due to shrinkage. So shrinkage strain into Young's modulus of steel. So 3 into 10 power minus 4 into 2.1 into 10 power 5. 2.1 into 10 power 5. So we got 63 Newton per mm square. Next, loss due to relaxation. So for this loss due to relaxation, they given in the question. The answer directly they given in the question, that is 90 Newton per mm square. Okay. So add this four type of losses. That means loss due to elastic deformation 59.1, loss due to creep 94.5, loss due to shrinkage 63, and loss due to relaxation 90. So finally we got the answer of 306.6 Newton per mm square. This is the total loss. So from this total loss, we have to find the percentage of loss. So how to calculate percentage of loss? So 306.6 divided by, this is the total loss, divided by initial pre-stress. Initial pre-stress is 1200. Okay, into 100. So finally we got 25.6. This is our percentage of loss. Okay. So once you understand the concept and formula means, it is very easy. So let us see the next problem. Fourth problem. A post-tensioned simply supported beam of span 8 meter is provided with a curved cable, okay, of area 800 mm square with a slope of 1 in 20. So here you can see they given the slope. So where slope is used in the loss due to friction formula. So keep it in your mind. Okay, slope is 1 in 20 at each end, is initially stressed to 1200 Newton per mm square. So Young's modulus of elasticity is 210 kilonewton per mm square. Calculate. First one. So there are three questions they are asking. First one, loss of pre-stress due to friction. If the coefficient of friction between duct and cable is 0.5 and wave effect 0.0015 per meter. That means friction, coefficient of friction is mu. Mu is 0.5 and K value is 0.0015. Okay, this is the first question, loss of pre-stress due to friction. Next, loss of due to slip. For the slip, 2 mm at the jacking end during anchoring. It is given. Next, third, the final force in the cable and the percentage of loss of pre-stress due to friction and slip. So here in this problem, we have to concentrate only two types of losses. One is loss of stress due to friction and other one is loss of stress due to slip in anchorages. So let us see the formula first. After that, we will solve the problem. So what is the formula for loss of stress due to slip? It is ES into del divided by L. Okay. Next, loss due to friction P naught into e power mu alpha plus K into X. This is the formula. Okay. So loss due to slip is equal to ES. Substitute the values 210 kilonewton per mm square converted into Newton per mm square into del. Slip is 2 mm. It is also given in the question. You can see here 2 mm. And length of the, you can see the length of the beam is 8 meter. You convert it into mm, 8000. So finally we got 52.5 Newton per mm square. So one loss we found it. So next loss due to friction. So for this we need alpha. and x. X is nothing but 8 meter. Okay. X is nothing but L. That means overall length of the beam. And alpha is 0.5. And what about not alpha, mu is 0.5 and k is 0.0015. And what about alpha? So alpha, we know the formula 2 theta. 2 theta is the slope. So here why 2 theta means here one slope and here one slope. Okay, this also theta. So we have to take cumulative. Cumulative means there will be 2 ends are there. For a beam, if you take 2 ends, 2 supports. So one side 1 theta, another side 1 theta. So 2 theta. So 2 into what is that slope? They given indirectly, that is 1 in 20. So 1 by 20. So we got 0.1. So substitute all the values. We can easily find the loss due to friction. Okay. So the friction value is 74.4 Newton per mm square. So what is the total loss? So I add these two losses, that is 52.5 and 74.4. Okay. So how much? 126.9 Newton per mm square. So substitute the formula and get the answer and find the total loss. Okay. So final stress in steel. So what is the initial stress? We given 1200. The final stress is how much? 1 to 6.9. So therefore final stress in steel is 1073.1 Newton per mm square. Okay. So the final force. Okay, what the third question? You can see final. What is the final force? This is final stress. Okay, final pre-stress in the steel. Okay, after neglecting the losses. So initially 1200, some amount of losses, that means 126.9 amount of losses will occur. So finally we have only 1073.1. So from this we can easily find the force. Force is nothing but stress into area. Okay, stress into area. Okay, so what is the stress? We have 1073.1. What is the area? 1200. Okay. Dear students, here one mistake is there. So we know that force is equal to stress into area. Okay, but here they put again stress. This is wrong. So area of the cable they given here. You can see in the question 800. So substitute 800. Okay, instead of 1200, you erase this. Substitute 800. So final stress is 1073.1. So 1073.1 into 800. Okay. So for that, we got final answer is 858 kilo Newton. So this is the final answer, not 1288 kilonewton. It is a printing mistake in the book. Okay. So it is a simple equation only. So we know that stress is equal to load by area. Okay, or force by area. We need only force. So what is the answer? If stress into area. Okay. So here this is the final stress we found. Multiply by this area 800 means we got 858 kilo Newton. Okay. So in this question they asked final force based on two losses only. Okay. So let us see the problem number 5. This is the last problem in loss of pre-stress. So a rectangular beam 300 mm deep and 200 mm wide is pre-stressed by means of 12 numbers of 5 mm diameter wires located 60 mm from the bottom of the beam. So bottom or soap, sometimes they give a soffit. Okay. And 3 numbers of 5 mm diameters located 25 mm from the top of the beam. So in this problem, they given, so you can see in this diagram, the pre-stressing they given in bottom as well as top. Okay. And for bottom, 12 numbers of 5 mm diameter. For top, 3 numbers of 5 mm diameter. Okay. If the wires are initially tensioned to a stress of 800 Newton per mm square. Okay. So initial pre-stress is 800 Newton per mm square. Calculate the percentage of loss of stress in steel immediately after transfer. Okay. Let us see the problem. Area. What is the size of the beam? 200 into 300. So 200 into 300 is the area. 6 into 10 power 4 mm square. Moment of inertia BD cube by 12. 200 into 300 cube by 12. It is 450 into 10 power 6 mm power 4. Okay. So next. So next draw the diagram. Draw this diagram. So the pre-stressing cables located 25 mm from top. For the bottom top cable, for bottom cable 60 mm from the bottom. Okay. So total area of pre-stressing steel. Since the diameter of same, you calculate the numbers. 12 plus 3 how much? 15. So 15 into pi by 4 into 5 square divided by 4. So we got the total area of steel as 294.5 mm square. Okay. So therefore pre-stressing force. So stress into area. We need force means stress into area. So area is 294.5 and stress is 800 divided by 1000. It is 235.6 kilo Newton. So this is your pre-stressing force. So now the pre-stressing wires are provided at bottom as well as at the top. Okay. Hence, an equivalent pre-stressing force location is found out from the soffit of the beam. See what they are doing is, since we have pre-stressing tendons in as well as both top and the bottom. So now we have to calculate the resultant force where it is acting. We have to locate the distance from the bottom. So for that purpose, we are taking centroid distance of the cable. So how to calculate centroid? So area, first I am calculating the first bottom cable area. You can see here 12 into pi by 4 into 5 square divided by 4 into 60. 60 means always I am taken from bottom. So from the bottom, the center of the cable is 60 mm. Next plus for this top cable. So 3 into pi by 4 into 5 square. Okay. So what is the from bottom? What is this height? So we have to calculate from this distance. Okay, from bottom, what is this height? So what is the overall depth of the beam? 300. 300 minus 25, how much? 275. So 300 minus 25. I am taking from bottom only. Okay, for centroid purpose. So next, divided by total area of cross section. Actually, here I mentioned wrongly. It is not 18. It is 12 plus 3, 15. 15 numbers. So it is printing mistake. It is not 18. Please correct it. It is 15 only. Okay. So now you can verify you got the centroid. That means resultant force acting at a centroid of 85.8 mm from the bottom of the beam. From the bottom of the beam. Okay. So now this is the center of the beam. Assume this is the center of the beam. Okay. So how to calculate the eccentricity? So this is the force acting on the bottom. That means 85, say similar, say it is lies 85.8. Here is the distance 85.8. This is the pre-stressing force acting from bottom. 85.8. But I don't want, this is not centroid. Centroid is what? From the center of the beam, the location of the pre-stressing force. Okay. So this is not centroid. This is the center of the cable from the bottom. So we have to find the from the center of the beam what is the height. So we know that this height, that means from the center of the beam, the bottom is 150 mm. 150 mm. So therefore, what is this height? This is your centroid. This is your centroid. That means 150 minus 85.8. You can see here, this mentioned here. eccentricity E is equal to 300 by 2. 300 by 2 is nothing but 150. 150 minus the pre-stressing force location from the bottom. It is 85.8. Finally, we got 64.2 mm. Okay. So now we have to calculate the stress in concrete at level of steel. That means FC is equal to P by A plus PE square by I. So P by A, P is nothing but pre-stressing force. It is 235.6 kilonewton. I converted into Newton divided by area plus P, again P, 235.6 into 10 power 3 Newton into E. E value is 64.2 square divided by I. I is moment of inertia. So the FC value we got 6.09 Newton per mm square. Okay. So next, loss due to elastic shortening. So what they asking? Only loss due to elastic shortening. Okay. So what is the formula? Alpha into FC. So what is that alpha? Alpha. So alpha is nothing but, whether they given in the question, you can see here alpha. Okay. So alpha is not given. They taken approximately. So alpha is around 6. Okay, alpha is around 6. Okay. So you can take 6. So 210 divided by 31.5. 210 divided by 31. 210 is the Young's models of steel. 31.5 is the Young's models of concrete. Okay. So it is, if they provided in the question means you can directly take, otherwise you can assume. So you can see in this problem they didn't given. So you assume that always Young's models of steel is 2 into 2.1 into 10 power 5 or 210 in terms of kilonewton per mm square. And Young's models of concrete, it is based on the concrete grade. So normally for pre-stressed concrete we are using M40 grade. For that M40 we have to calculate the Young's models. So how to calculate Young's models as per concrete compressive strength? It is 5000 root FCK. This formula available in code book in IS 456 as well as in IS 1343. So FCK 5000 into root FCK. So using this formula you can easily calculate FC. Okay. So it is 31.5 into stress in concrete is, it is 6.09 Newton per mm square. So substitute all the values, we got 40.6 Newton per mm square. Okay. So the only elastic shortening only we are considering here. So from this elastic shortening, what is the percentage of loss? You can see here. So loss is 40.6 divided by, what is the initial pre-stress? 800 into 100. So the percentage of loss is only considering elastic shortening is 5%. Okay. This is the answer. If pre-stressing steel is given both bottom as well as top, means this is the procedure. Okay, sometimes in the question they will given like that. Okay, students. So now we can see the code book. Okay, what are the things they given in the code book? So you can see here, this is IS 1343 code book, IS 1343 2012. Please take that code book. In section 3, general design requirements, class 19.5.2, losses in pre-stress. Okay, so in these topics they given the what are the losses is occurs in the steel, that means pre-tension member, post-tension member, everything they given. You can see loss of pre-stress due to creep of concrete, and loss of pre-stress due to shrinkage of concrete, and loss of pre-stress due to relaxation of steel, and they given the values also in terms of percentage, relaxation loss in terms of percentage. In the examination they didn't give in the question, you can directly take from this table. Okay, next, loss of pre-stress due to slip in anchorage. Okay, slip in anchorage, and loss of pre-stress due to friction. So for the loss of pre-stress due to friction, they given the formula also, formula and what are the parameters, okay, in the question. And also they given the K value and mu value. So these things we are using in the frictional loss formula. Okay, P naught, that mu into alpha plus K into X. So that mu value and K we can take from this table. Okay, so now once you go through this page number 24, 25 and 26 in IS 1343 code book, 2012 code book. Okay, so after this loss of pre-stress chapter is over, we successfully completed second unit. Okay, students, so thank you very much for the understand. So if you have any doubt, feel free to contact me. Thank you.